favour, can you
Hello and welcome to Damn It Vacant. I'm Ellis here with Joe and John. How are we both, chaps?
Go on, John. You weren't here last week, so you have a go.
It's been so long. I spoke.
Yeah, it was the anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
2 years.
Yeah, no.
3 years if it's Bernie wishing you it.
Yeah, but that's first year doesn't count. Like babies. Told you this. That's a callback, isn't it?
No, it's good. We went out for some food. We went to the comedy club, as we always do. Good. But it's nice because one of our first few dates was at the comedy club, so it's good in that sense.
Circular,
yeah.
You went to cinema yesterday, didn't you, Ellis? You watched Sinners, didn't you? Like I told you to.
Me and Chris went on Monday. Been telling everyone at work, go and watch it.
It's good, isn't it?
Seen.
Don't
got it.
don't give it away. You don't even know they're in it until about out. I was just like, all right.
I'm not saying that.
We're going to have to bleep that.
I mean,
That was spoiled for me in the Discord, so I already knew that.
Well,
but don't pass on the spoilers. I was like, the first half of it, I'm like, oh, great, it's just like Prohibition era gangster shit into this. And then I was like, this is even better. It's got everything I like in a film.
Yeah, it's just like a switch halfway through, wasn't it?
Yep, but made perfect sense and didn't seem weirdly disjointed. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go and watch it, and then I'll come and talk to you about it for hours, because I've got theories. So many theories. Ask Chris, he was like, you put research into this. I was like, as I was in the cinema, I was like, I need to remember all of this for when I get out, because there's reasons why choices were made, and I get it now.
Chris really liked it. He wants a prequel for one of the characters.
No, he doesn't.
And I was like,
no, he does, because he only comes to America in like 1901. Because if you go on the Spotify playlist, there is like a newspaper article that explains that shit. Yeah, ghost shit. Well, and people get cut into bits. Anyway, yeah, that's what Ellis has been doing.
yeah, watching Sinners, wonderful.
I've been playing through Gears of War on Twitch with Aaron. If you want to go and watch that, it is quite sweary because he's Scottish. Not me, it's him. I'm the voice of reason amongst it, but yeah.
Oh Christ, that sounds terrible.
I know, that's a terrible idea. Twitch, hallmark of greatness, or whatever it is. We're doing that fucking most nights at the moment, which is leading to some marital distress on my end. But
between you and Aaron?
Yes.
Okay.
He wishes. Oh no, but yeah, no, that, and still playing through Expedition 33, which is great. It's Final Fantasy but French, so that's nice.
I'm playing a variety of Final Fantasy games at the moment.
Simultaneously?
Yeah.
No.
It's not clever.
It's not.
I've got Final Fantasy 1 and 16 on the go on the PS5, and 13 on the Steam Deck.
You don't get confused? Or is it
they're all quite different.
The same game?
They're all different.
And Final Fantasy 1 is, very pixely, so...
You can't confuse that one, can you?
Could be my eyes.
16 the one I gave you, Clive.
Yeah, I'm finally playing it. I'm playing it slowly. I've only just got into it though. It's taken me a while, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, how was this?
Oh, we're also watching all the Final Destination films.
Because
I want to do that.
Why? I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. We just went.
There was a trailer for the new one in Sinners.
Yeah, I know, but having watched the first two.
Why.
No. We were just scanning through the other day, and we started watching something on whatever it was, and I'm like, this isn't very good. What else is there? And she went, oh, all the Final Destinations are on there. All of them? Went, yeah, there's 5. Fuck off, is there? Yeah, there is. There's 5 Final Destination films, and by the second one, I was like, this is just... It's just a Rube Goldberg machine of people getting killed in creative ways, and I'm for it.
Yeah,
but that's all you're waiting for, isn't it? It's just interesting killing.
I think I only watched 1 and 2. I quite enjoyed them, but I think I just decided it probably wasn't going to go.
3
anywhere.
Is a roller coaster. 4, I think it's a space launch. 5, underwater. Yeah, it's crap in it. But
having watched those films, if you ever behind a truck that has a bunch of logs on it, do you ever feel the need to move? Because I get nervous.
It's traumatized the generation, that film has. Everyone's all right with flying, but some logs on a truck, people shit their pants. To be fair, ever since that one, when I was walking my mum home that time, and a load of heavy goods fell off the back of one of those lorries and smashed a load of cars up just as we were walking past it, I've been wary of just juggernauts anyway in general, because
they're a juggernaut, bitch.
Yes. Vinnie Jones giving heart resuscitation things at football. I don't know. There was a thing on about if you go to the British Heart Foundation's website, it'll teach you can get like in about 20 minutes. It'll teach you how to do CPR and how to apply the defibrillator,
machine.
even though the defibrillator takes you through it on everything. But you can do this, takes 20 minutes, and it could save a life. And then they said at like some football match of the weekend, Vinnie Jones was going to come out at half time and show everyone in the crowd how to do it. And I'm like, that's good. That's a good thing. I've gone and done it. You can do it on your phone. It's great because, it could save someone's life. Every minute that they're there drops their percentage by 10%. And that stacks over time.
I've just found it. Cool.
Yeah. So go and do that, because you never know when it could come in handy. It could save someone's life. And then they're indebted to you forever until they save your life. The Samurai Code. Yeah.
They owe you a favor.
Yes. I don't know where we're going with this.
We're not going anywhere with this. We're never going anywhere with anything we
I've only got one Ian Skinner fact, and I haven't written it down as well, because Ian Skinner has lodged a protest recently to have all the Sonic the Hedgehog games, films, magazines, and everything moved to an 18 rating, as he feels it's perverse that he can run around with shoes on but no trousers.
That is pretty weird now, think about it.
At least Donald Duck puts a shirt on, he said to me, while astral projecting.
But that is weird.
Jones.
Hedgehogs' bits go up inside them anyway, as do echidnas. Foxes, I couldn't get close enough to find out.
Well,
I was being chased by a load of twats on horses and shit at the time, so, urban hunting, they call it now.
Okay, that's going to me thinking about Sonic.
You haven't read The Invisibles? There's a big old bit in that, yeah, but...
yeah, news, I guess.
Yeah, let's do that. No one cares. Let's go. Come on. Sensible faces on.
There has been stuff. There's like multiple updates to multiple lawsuits he's in, but they're all kind of minute and basically just remember Vince is an awful person, because I can't be bothered going through this and having a depressing time.
No.
Is he still trying to start this new company? Or is that just...
I've not heard anything about that for a while.
I thought he might be the third man in that thing that Hogan and
yeah, we can talk about
Bischoff
that.
were trying to do.
Who is the third man? Because they've announced it.
I think it's in the... Is it in the news? They have announced it.
It's not, but I meant to put it in the news, but I forgot.
It's not important.
I was like, I'm not watching.
They did announce what it was.
2 minutes.
Oh, it's just literally them going, "We're so back, brother. We're back. And then one of them farts into the other one's face and goes, lovely, brother. It literally is that for 2.5 minutes. Because I sat through it. I sat through Hulkster in heaven. I sat through Hercules in 3D. I know suffering at Hogan's hands.
Yeah, that was bad.
It could have been Benjamin Shelton.
The third man is Israel Izzy Martinez, an amateur wrestling coach, who's the head of Izzy Style Wrestling.
He's probably been done for summer as well, allegedly.
I think he'd have to be through his company. Because
you wouldn't want to be associated with that. I my first signing, I'm going to guess Braun Strowman.
There's going to be Real American Freestyle.
Control Your Narrative 2.0 with extra spice.
Was freestyle amateur wrestling? Was that...
Isn't that Greco-Roman wrestling, like Olympic wrestling?
Yeah.
Freestyle. So
I guess so.
I don't know. It's got Hogan, and I literally couldn't care.
No.
Unless it's on that tippy table from Flash Gordon where all the spikes come out. Couldn't care less.
That would be an extra element of danger to it, yeah.
It'd be good because one of them might accidentally get. No. Only Ric Flair. I'm only allowed to.
Only allowed to pick one we want to see die in the ring.
Until that one dies in the ring, and then I can move on to the next one.
Okay, good. We'll move on from Vince to more depressing news. WWE releases. Just to kick off a quote from Brian Alvarez. Post-Mania office and roster cuts are starting today in WWE, and I just want to say that this company made $40 million in ticket sales alone for Mania 2 weeks ago, and now they're doing cost cutting. Let that sink in, everybody. There's no defense for this. It's ridiculous.
Post-Mania office is not the same as post-office mania, which is when I have to go to the post office. I'm not even trying today. I'm not. I'm so sorry.
So, from the main roster, all of whom will have 90-day non-compete clauses unless we hear otherwise, is Kaden Carter, Dakota Kai. It says she's expected to have plenty of offers, so when that's up. Braun Strowman.
She's the one that was the biggest shot there.
Yeah, definitely.
She's brilliant.
She's great. I don't know what they're thinking there. Braun Strowman, Shayna Baszler, who had helped out NXT recently, and I meant her. People were quite surprised at her being released. She's only resigned with WWE last year.
We know they don't communicate to NXT writers who's been released from past history.
No, yeah, that's true. I mean, get her in AEW, get her with Claudio, get them both in Space Marines gear. I'll die a happy man.
I like your oddly specific.
He started Claudio started wearing like purity seals on him, hasn't he?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and Baszler's into that.
And Katana Chance, who I missed off there. Shotzi released a promo this week, which caused speculation on her future. She's also been moved to the alumni section of the website. She hasn't been released, but her contract is up soon, and WWE will not be extending it. When Fightful inquired about Shotzi earlier in the week, they were told no talent had been released at this point, and then there were releases the next day.
The classic. Yeah.
Yeah. Fightful were told she pretty well saw the writing on the wall and paired the promo that aired last week. She said to be excited for her future and optimistic about what she'll do. It expires sometime this spring or summer, but before the 90-day compete clause of everyone else, so she could be. You could see her somewhere else much quicker than the rest.
Yeah, she could just jump ship.
Yeah, so hers is a bit different. Contracts up, move on. That's all right. It's the rest of it.
Yeah, I guess. NXT talent, most of which we believe will have 30-day non-compete clauses, is Gigi Dolan, Cora Jade, Riley Osborne, Eddie Thorpe, Gallus, consisting of Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang, Javier Bernal, Jakara Jackson, who apparently some in NXT did know this was happening because they split her from Last Legend earlier in the week.
Last Legend's still on the roster, but Cora Jade isn't.
Yeah,
I can't believe Cora Jade's gone.
I mean they could put her in AEW with Sky Blue, and I'd be like, I'm seeing double here. Four Cora Jades.
Oro Mensah and Danny Palmer, those at Fightful spoke to, don't believe Danny Palmer will continue in wrestling, as she was an athletic recruit and has spoken about her athletic career coming to an end as a result of the release. From the previous set of releases, the following wrestlers are reaching the end of their 90-day no-compete clause on May 9th, so we can see them soon. Cedric Alexander, Carl Anderson, the Authors of Pain, Isla Dawn, Sonya Deville, Boyd Davenport, Luke Gallows, Alexa Lopez, and Giovanni Vinci. Also, weirdly, they appear to have, there's reports they've signed some AAA people to contracts as well.
Yeah!
According to a report from Ernesto Ocampo of Super Luchas, 8 wrestlers from AAA have already signed a contract. The main ones being Alberto El Patron,
who is the other name for
Yes.
So they've signed him back.
Yeah.
Which tells to WWE or still on a AAA?
It's not clear. This is a report.
And they've been signed to a WWE contract, so they now own AAA, so I'm assuming they've just moved it over.
Is it like a fresh contract since they've come in, or what they've inherited?
I'm assuming it's a new contract.
It's really not clear.
Okay.
It sounds like it's some sort of... It's not like something has been signed. It's not just... Like, we're not just... Because the AAA thing hasn't even gone through yet, which is the confusing thing, right? This thing
there's the point. I bet it doesn't, and then all these people are left in limbo. Yeah.
I don't think it's gone through yet. I might be wrong about that, but I get the impression it's kind of happening, but...
I think the legal...
Yeah, the legal official signing
longer,
bit. Yeah. Main Alberto and El Hijo del Vikingo is also supposed to be signed. And Manula Parker, who I remember from WCW, but he's not the same guy.
It's not even anywhere near the same guy. No,
it's just the same character.
I mean, I don't think you can do that. There again, there's been how many Spider-Man? Yeah.
We can clone him, just like Spider-Man.
I don't know whether you've got it in here, but there was also a report thing I was reading today of WWE are going to be watching the AEW Mexico shows with great interest to see who they can poach. Yeah.
Because Stephanie Vicker.
Basically what they did at Forbidden Door. Yeah.
Well, if they've learnt now, they'll have things in the contract, won't they, if they're going to compete?
Yeah, but then that's not fair, is it? I'm just saying, it seems... I mean, whatever. People go wherever they want. I said, I'm still not watching WWE, especially not now.
Remember, WWE don't bench people.
Fair.
Nah. Signed Alberto.
They'll probably come out and use that as an excuse for the releases, won't they?
Almost certainly. Don't want to be hypocrites.
Sounds like a Joe thing. This pro wrestling power slap. Go on.
I was going to say I'll do it if you want, because it does sound like my thing. Pro wrestling power slap is real. Fightful were told over a month ago that there are inquiries made of dozens of independent wrestlers regarding wrestlers for a special season of Power Slap involving wrestling talent. Sin Bodhi, the former Kazani, has been recruiting for the show. Now, I remember when Power Slap came on, I watched it for about 30 minutes. I thought, this is quite funny. And then I'm like, someone's going to get really fucking hurt doing this. And it wasn't funny, and I turned it off. Casanova Valentine, Mecha Wolf, tremendous name. Juicy Fanu, Stunt Marshal, Mazzati? Facade, Hollywood Haley J from that Wrestlers thing on Netflix. Alice Crowley, Christy James, Marty the Moth, if he isn't dressed as a moth, climbing up a building. Bruno El Oso Blanco, the Suaveticos, Danny Mo are among the talents participating. Those we spoke to involved would say the pay was good for many of the indie workers, but naturally there is cause for concern with potential concussions and making their bookings around the seas filming. UFC president and arsehole Dana White was in the building and met with many of the talent. We're told some talent were encouraged to help get the word out and kick up buzz. Hey guys, go hand out flyers. There are events tied to this that are supposed to carry over to the International Fight Week, as well as a future Saudi event based on what the talent associated were told. They're not. They're throwing you in a fucking meat grinder, you fools.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about Marty the Moth. I care more, I've only just heard of him. Or her.
It's true. I enjoyed the way you said UFC president and arsehole made it sound like an official title. So
I had to bite my tongue because I was going to say something else, but we're trying to get down to a hard 15 rating as opposed to an 18. Yeah.
Is that what we're at now?
That's what I'm going for.
How many swears are we allowed at a 15 rating?
We're allowed 3 bloodies, 1 fuck, and I've already talked about Sonic's penis, so that's already this week's gone. Yeah, forget about it.
No one listened to this.
We don't need to tell them that. Nobody does.
Deadpool was a 15, and there was about 142 fucks in that.
Okay, cool. I think the rules have changed now, but it used to be, you were only allowed so many swears.
Yeah.
I think you're allowed 1 fuck, aren't you? I don't know, because I know there's one in Guardians 3, isn't there? And they put that in there to get it that 15 rating. I don't care. Move on. I'm not Barry Norman.
Mercedes Moné, creative control rumours, almost like clockwork, whether it's someone established, someone who just won their first match on TV, or an international star rarely seen on AEW TV. Whenever Mercedes gets a win, there are unfound claims of her exercising creative control to make sure she wins those matches, which is a big no.
She's too busy answering texts for $99 a month.
Yeah,
See,
that is.
John sent that thing, and I didn't understand the context, so I actually had to Google and saw that she was charging people $100 a month to get text messages from her.
Oh, you can text her, which is a dangerous game because if I get hammered, I'll be like, "Do you want to go? Legoland?
Let's go Nando's.
Let's go Nando's. Yeah, what you having? You earn more than me. You can get it."
It was brilliant though. I watched the longer clip of it, and she's hiding her face for quite a while, Becky. It's quite sweet.
Yeah.
You can tell they're all friends. People are like, "Oh, she's cut them." I was like, "She's laughing."
Yeah, no, I mean,
kidding in joke.
It's just that bit.
Bailey is so confused. She's paying $99 a month to text her best friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's just that. These are words that rhyme with Corey. Dory, allegory. Yeah.
Yeah, the reaction of the other two is what gets me. I think that's what sets her off.
Yeah.
Because they proper go. Anyway, Fightful reached out to sources in the know within AEW and New Japan, who both denied that has ever happened. Said they've never heard of her having creative control beyond that. And source familiar with both said she hasn't turned down losing because losing hasn't ever been broached. Both companies had plans to push her heavily. And companies plan to push well-established top star is shocking news. They chalked up Mercedes' claims of creative control to be largely in character, CEO character in it, so it makes sense. And another source pointed to the fact that Mercedes actually changed the finish to her Willow Nightingale New Japan match to lose because she knew she'd sustained a serious injury, so didn't want to vacate the title as soon as she won
because it just makes it daft, and it was a nice thing to do. Yeah.
If you were selfish, you would go, "No, I want to be the winner of this."
Well,
and then immediately drop the belt to vacant again. Yeah.
A lot of people don't do that though.
But that tells you everything you need to know, then, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, exactly.
You can all chip in and text her, like.
How many texts do you get for $99? Is it?
I would assume infinite.
Unlimited.
And I want them all answered.
Is it her? Is it AI? Is it actually?
No, for £100 a month, it best be her.
Her assistant. Let's be real.
It's probably be like 8 monkeys in a room typing up Shakespeare in the in-betweens, isn't it? Like.
The funny irony is if it was it's Bailey responding.
It's a ridiculous thing, but if you can get people to pay $99 to text you Fair play, I guess.
No, because I'd just be watching like David Attenborough going, fucking hell, Mercedes. Like, dolphins are fucking mad, aren't they?
We're not doing dolphin facts.
No.
Liv Morgan's film updates. She's off to film a starring role in Bad Lieutenant Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
Which I haven't. It's a series of films apparently, but
I've seen the original Bad Lieutenant, but I hope it's not like that because that's fucking weird.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
On a recent episode of Raw, she asked Adam Pearce for time off to film the role. Later that week, it was revealed she's already headed to Japan to start work on it. Fightful told us this won't be a situation of Morgan missing months of action as a result. The wrap date for her as of now is May 16th, with her plan to return to the United States on May 17th. Not learned when she will return to WWE TV, but she'll miss a minimum of one episode of Raw as things stand. So
one more, yeah.
Yeah.
When she asked Adam Pearce, she's like, I need a few weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick Aldis, she asked a few weeks. Ties up.
Yeah, so she won't be gone long by the sound of it.
No, good for her.
I don't know how long film. I don't. The mini stories bit. Sean Ross Sapp has confirmed that Alex Kane's Major League Wrestling deal is coming up very soon, with it expiring on June the 1st. We've not learned yet if the two sides have had extension talks, and they didn't hear back from MLW. Despite playing coy about his future and teasing retirement, Fightful again confirmed that Jeff Cobb is indeed ready for WWE.
Jesus Christ.
He's, yeah.
I almost didn't add that because, we've had it so many times, but at this point, it's verging into funny.
We've not been.
I quite like him to go straight into Seth's group. Put straight up.
We've not been told if he will appear on Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, but he's headed to the company, and what we're told is a very good deal. Ring of Honor talent EJ Nutker's contract expired with AEW, and he's effectively a free agent. Chelsea Green recently signed a new multi-year WWE contract, Fightful Select Learn. Green signed back with WWE in late 2022 before returning several months later at the 2023 Royal Rumble. Mayu Iwatani is going to Marigold.
Yes,
why not?
What a shock.
Yeah, well, and the Righteous, Vincent and Dutch, have departed All Elite Wrestling / Ring of Honor. Fans online have noticed that Vincent and Dutch's profiles have been removed from the roster pages because some people just refresh them every day.
Can't we so?
Cross-reference them with the previous day screenshots. With PW Insider stating that the pair exited the company late April, early May, which is a shame because I think they were just starting to get some momentum in AEW, and then it all kind of
I didn't see much of them, but what I did see, I quite liked.
Seeing Karrion Kross's video yesterday.
No.
So he's doing great work on social. It's just a video of him, black and white, side on, sat in a chair, and then the Righteous' music is playing in the distance, and he's looking, and he's just clicking his fingers to the Righteous' music, and then he goes TikTok.
Oh, there we go then.
Okay. I was going to say the report did say they could work for AEW Ring of Honor, but not as contracted talent. But it sounds like that's irrelevant.
Yeah, but it's clever because Cross's contract's up this year as well. So.
Okay.
So,
wheels within wheels.
He is, he's doing great work. He is apparently now his latest show over is the third top seller in the whole of the company. When I say he's getting over, I watched the documentary that he put out because he's done his own documentary. It's not a WWE producer on. It's fucking brilliant. It's also there's like this just whole 20-minute him and his friend who's also a wrestler having this really deep conversation about the business and the frustrations of it and what you have to put. It's fucking brilliant. I was like, if you don't watch that and go push that man, it shows his blood sport stuff and all that, and it's genuinely well worth a watch. And if you're watching it, you are supporting Karrion Kross because it's his YouTube channel. It's his.
Oh, if it's not supporting them, then I might do that. Then
yeah, it's genuinely really good. So yeah, I just saw the Righteous thing on it. So, but yeah, wheels are in wheels. UK Island news: Harley Hudson has finally appeared on TNA TV. So,
hooray!
Yeah, now isn't it?
Yeah,
more than a year. Was it not last Christmas? We were in OPW and it was freezing, and she was there then, and she'd been signed.
Yeah, she was on the goodbye tour, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And Leon Slater's been there a while now. She won the TNA gut check. Visa issues prevented her from appearing for the company. Gail Kim was a major part in keeping contact with her and pushed for TNA to send her a contract to help the visa process. So that Gail Kim had been pushing internally for TNA to help speed up the process and bring her for over a year. There you go. Fightful has confirmed she's been under contract since last year. And she took on Myla Grace at the May 1st taping. So, good on her.
Oh, yeah, lovely stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be one of them things, though, so disheartening when you're going like, yeah, right, okay, yeah, maybe in a bit, and like, they're just fucking me off now, aren't they? That's that. You get to that point that you just get balls to you. But Fair play.
And Gail Kim's gone now as well, isn't she? So
yeah,
yeah, I bet she panicked and she went.
So that's TNA doing sterling work as always.
Well, there's a very sour part of my brain that thinks that the WWE talent, especially the NXT ones, will be like, well, we can sign you to TNA, but it'll be on less money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you've just got to earn your way back up again now, because now it goes TNA, NXT, and then Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Triple A there somewhere.
Triple A's not going to bow there. That's like orbiting like an electron. Yeah.
It's sort of interesting, nice news. Darby Allin set a world record during his Mount Everest climb. He's landed a kickflip at 20,958 feet above sea level.
That's never going to get beaten, is it?
I don't think so. Not unless someone goes really, really high on one of those ramps. It's the world record for highest altitude kickflip ever performed. He shared a video of it on Instagram. They made it to Everest Base Camp on May the 3rd, having started their journey on April 8th.
That's Base Camp?
Yeah.
Nah, not for me. I was just like, yeah, of course Darby's took a fucking skateboard up Everest with him. Yeah, makes sense. Idiot. I watched it and he went, all right, do that. I went, can we do it again? He's like, I'm not doing that again.
That's fair.
It's all ice and pointy rocks, isn't it? Like, yeah.
It's dangerous.
Show reviews. Do Dynamite and that first because there's Backlash predictions. So
for fuck's sake.
See how happy we are, boys and girls.
I might not be on that poddy. So Dynamite, Double or Nothing's the day before we go to Edinburgh.
Might just stay up, innit? I don't.
That's all right for you. I'm driving, so I can't be that. You don't want.
Yeah, but I don't want to miss the services, like I know.
T-Bay.
You got a T-Bay, yeah.
Yeah, you got to go.
Yeah,
only
absolutely.
Northbound. We're not going in southbound. It's rubbish.
Tito has declared he's going to. Well, he was stunned and happy to hear that Dammit John Vacant is an Edinburgh resident. He wasn't aware of this. And his goal is to find a wild Joe Hendry so he can send his classmate a picture because he won't believe it if I find Joe Hendry.
I mean,
it's not impossible.
It's not impossible. No, I don't want to crush the boy's dream, but
it's not very likely, but it's not impossible. He does have a wrestling school somewhere. We could rock up there and demand to see him.
You just got to say his name.
Yeah.
In the mirror 5 times, and then evil Hendry comes and gets you like Candyman.
What way of doing it?
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Started off with the
8-man tag, wasn't it?
8-man tag.
I really enjoyed this, man. It was silly fun, but like
it was everyone.
It was just nuts.
It was Kenny Omega, Matt Briscoe, Speedball Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight. They put a lot of stock in Kevin Knight, and I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Against Okada, Ricochet, and the Young Bucks.
I'm not entirely sure why Kevin Knight was there, but I'm on board. He was just like, "Yep, go on."
Because like every match they put him in has been great.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I meant from a storyline point of view.
Oh well, it's kind of like they're Omega, Briscoe, Bailey are kind of that side, and they're on the other side of it.
It's not a complaint. Pro Kevin Knight.
Oh no, I mean but it was absolute just. I don't want to say a spot fest, but like it was just a spot fest. It was just
but it was
silly bollocks everywhere.
It was in the best way. Everyone got their stuff
Sometimes you just need lads doing bits. Like, yeah.
Everyone got their stuff in and they modified a lot of it to work with 4 people. Like they did like a double Meltzer driver type thing.
Yeah.
It was stupid fun, but I had the best time watching it. It was just oh man. I was like, this is like my favorite type of shit. just mad stuff.
Briscoe nearly won though. That was the thing that got me. He nearly got a pin that was broken up by Ricochet, didn't he, at the end? And then like Okada kicked fuck out, Rainmaker, Briscoe for the win. But there was a moment where he would have won if he hadn't just broken it up. And I was like, hit him with a J driller, didn't he? And then I was like,
by the end, I was like biting on all the false finishes. I was like, oh,
there's that many people in there spamming finishes. You're like, well, someone's got to fall.
I had the best time with this match. I'm very happy with it.
We got trios match. The Ops against Rhett Titus, Miles Hawkins, and Nick Comorato's back.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's nice seeing it back. I mean, he got killed to death, but
that's what happens when you ring with Samoa Joe. To be fair,
yeah, just nice seeing my big hairy boy back. I was very happy.
The main part was the Death Riders came out, didn't they, and like took out Shibata. Was it?
Yeah. Joe took down Moxley. But then Claudio did that horrible chair spot on
Yep,
Shibata that they did on Hook the other week, and I'm like, is this the new thing?
Yep.
Like deliberately trying to kill people? Because
it just seemed to be they've heard our complaints about them being a bit shit and just
right. How about
trying
this?
to
Then?
murder people.
We actually snap someone's spine. How's about that then? No, that's too. You corrected too far. No, that's.
Is it bad that I'm entirely on board with this?
It just gives me the jip, man. Like I know.
No, I don't like it. But
It's just room for error. Is
yeah, you're right. But
and we're getting Mox and Joe in a steel cage as well.
Yeah, someone's gonna die.
If Joe doesn't, like, Mox gets on top of that cage and dives in, and Joe does the walk away, then what are we even doing? Like,
I'm gonna be disappointed when that doesn't happen now.
I shouldn't put these things out there into the world.
Hey man, it works. I said the Spanish fly off the cage would happen, and it happened. So maybe I feel like we have some magic powers.
We got Christian Cage fed sort of Nick Wayne to Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal was like, "Oh, I'll fight you," and Nick's like, "Nah, I'm not warmed up." And Christian's like, "No, he's going to fight you later on." I'm like, Christian trying to teach his son a lesson.
Oh yeah, because he was like, "Oh, I'm not sure. I'm focused on best of the Super Juniors," and
yeah,
Cage was like, "No, you're fighting. You're a champion. Sort your shit out."
We got the women's world title eliminator, Toni Storm against Yamashita. Which was fun, but it felt very much like it was never really on the board for it. Mercedes Moné came out, and then Hayter came out. And like I'm fine with it. It's good. I like the fact we've got people going for it. It's I
also just always like seeing people I don't know very well from other promotions.
Oh yeah. No, it was a good match. It just felt like it could have been longer for me.
Could have been longer. They could have set out, get a bit more time, like you say, and sort of establish who she was a bit better.
Which they normally do. They're
normally very good at
something a little bit better on it, but I don't know. We got more Hurt Syndicate and MVP and MJF stuff, which I'm not doing because it's bollocks and it's shit and I hate it. Nick Wayne killed Jay Lethal. Good. Do it for real, please.
But Chris Father put the belt on him at the end.
Yes.
That was the key plot point, I guess.
Yeah. And then, oh man, it was the Owen Hart semi-final.
Yes.
Kyle Fletcher against Hangman.
Page.
Yes.
And this has led to some very feral people on the internet.
What now?
Oh no, with just all the body spanking and stuff that Hangman
right,
doing.
okay. Yeah.
No, feral in a good way.
Okay, right. Well, it can mean two things.
Feral like a horny echidna. That's why he has to wear those gloves.
Thank you for ruining Sonic for me for this.
Good. I had to sit through 3, and it was terrible.
Nah, Keanu Reeves Shadow, best time.
Well, you're getting a 4 and then a 5.
Good. I'm gonna make you watch.
They should bring in other Sega characters. Get Axel and Blaze in there. Yeah, that'll be good.
The car from Daytona.
Yeah.
The Virtua Fighter characters. I don't know.
The
set of jewels. From columns
now. All the Golden Axe lads, they can show up, and lasses. Anyway, this match, it was talking bollocks over it. Again, just Kyle Fletcher as well is setting out his stall for Wrestler of the Year, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. That bump he took on the railings was no.
Yeah, didn't like that.
The bleeding the rest of the match. It's horrible. But can't say it didn't add to things.
Oh no, like I said, even though he lost, he still looked absolutely like a bastard, man.
There was a brain buster on the apron. That was nope.
That was great as well. Again, it was just, but again, two people who clearly have 100% trust in each other to do this shit. It's the Sammy KO thing of like, okay, you're gonna brain buster me on the apron. Don't paralyze me. Like, you've got to.
I have one rule.
Don't break my neck, please. Yeah.
But again, on them, the book's available now. By the way, you can order the Sammy and KO book on Amazon to get a physical paperback.
Ooh, I might have to do that then. Although I'll have to look at the shipping.
It's on Prime. It's like £18 free delivery.
Okay.
Like, the book is £18.
Yeah. No, I'll have a look later then because I've not got nothing on this month.
I like there were some counters to this though I haven't seen before. Like at one point, Fletcher he was setting up the bookshot and Fletcher ran towards him, so he didn't have the space to do it.
To do the flip. It's the equivalent of when like someone gets a bazooka out, run towards them. At range, you're easier to hit. Run towards them, you can't do anything. It was a good strategy that I've. Why has no one employed that before?
Because it was running towards a bazooka.
No, I mean a buckshot. Like, if he can't get the flip in, you can just push him and he comes over. Like, because it's a tremendous match. Tremendous
match. So many times I was convinced it was about the false finishes were brilliant. Loved this match. Had the best time. Great Dynamite. More.
Yes. Collision. We started with Tony Storm against Lady Frost. More of this, please. More Lady Frost on my TV. This was great. There was some absolute batshit stuff on there. Lady Frost's great. We don't see her very much on AEW.
I kind of liked that they established that she's won this eliminating match by being like awesome on CMLL, basically. Seemed to be a suggestion from the video package, which kind of suggests that those things matter, which is good.
Yeah. Then she called out everyone in the locker room and calling them slop tarts as well. Which I do want that T-shirt, but I refuse to pay import fees on it. Curse you, tariffs. We got John Moxley calling Samoa Joe. Basically, steel cage isn't going to protect you. And I'm like, well, you're in there with him. And of the two of you, I'm more scared of Joe.
I'm quite scared of both of them, but yeah.
No, but like, if I had to pick one, because Joe looks like he could like smile at you and be friendly, and then the next minute, like, he's bit your arm off, like Pennywise. But Mox has just genuinely got an aura of like, he's that guy in the pub that you don't ever talk to, like, because you've heard stuff about him, like. Oh, there was that this week?
There was
the 4-way,
yeah. Sammy and Kevin Knight and
AR Fox and Roosh. Yeah. Which
I've
again,
not seen Sammy in a long time. I assume he's been in Ring of Honor, given he's holding a belt.
Him and Dustin are still tag champs, or were? No, they dropped them to. They won them at something, and then I think they dropped them.
Well, what belt did he have then? Did he not have a belt?
I genuinely can't. Texas residency, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I genuinely can't remember whether or not they still have it, to be honest. It was a while back. I'm fairly sure they dropped them at a pay-per-view to, God, I can't think of their names. Lads from the Iron Claw.
The Von Erichs.
No, it weren't.
The Von Eric, like,
wasn't Dustin Trios champion with them?
Oh, fuck knows then. Maybe I'm all out of goose.
He had both at once.
Yeah, he had both.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, Dustin had both.
Who knows? Maybe he still is. I don't know.
Current champion Dustin and Sammy.
Oh, okay, there we go then.
Yeah.
Well, that be why he was there, I'm assuming.
Probably, yeah. How complicated we've made that for no fucking reason.
For no reason whatsoever, other than the fact we're just thick. Yeah. It's fine. It was a really good match. I'm starting to like these weird sort of high-speed flippy boy matches they do.
Yeah.
They're just good, clean fun.
Megan Bayne and Harley Cameron?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Like, it was fun. It was, Harley Cameron was never in the frame to win it because just throwing bodies at Megan Bayne, aren't they?
But I did it got announced as the next match. I was like, oh, they're just going to murder her. But she got some offense in. She
did.
Yeah. I quite enjoyed it. She did a good job of like being the underdog. I was invested.
Yeah. It was also, I think she was on GCW at the weekend, and I only just got Megasus as a pun on Pegasus. And I felt so proud and ashamed simultaneously. It was a genuinely bewildering moment at like 3 a.m, going, oh, it's Pegasus. Why? I was reading it as Megasus in my head.
And then Mega Suspicious.
Yeah, playing too much.
Among Us.
Yeah. Outrunners called out Roppongi Vice, which I'm all for because that match. Yeah, why not? It should everything I ever wanted. Josh Alexander versus Brody King.
That was a time limit draw, wasn't it?
It was a time limit draw. We've not had one in a while.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming.
It was also nice to just see like both of them not putting a shift in, but you know what I mean, like doing something that you don't normally get Brody King doing time limit draws because he killed them. Like
that's true. They have not.
But it also puts a lot of stock into Josh Alexander as well. It was great. Max Caster got killed by Daniel Garcia.
Yeah, he was kind of laughing during his chant thing this week, which made me laugh. He was like, it's looking at a moment where he realised how ridiculous it all was, and laughed to himself for a while, and I liked it.
I don't know whether they've got a sniper rifle trained on him at this point. Because, yeah.
So I'm still kind of enjoying it, but I think they've got to go somewhere with it soon.
We got Paragon versus FTR, 2 out of 3 falls.
I've actually not seen this bit.
It was fine. It was just a bit. 2 out of 3 falls are always a bit long and a bit like it's one of them. Whoever gets the first one is normally the one to win, sort of thing.
Also, FDR have a strong history of 2 out of 3 falls match. You're always going to expect...
they won, didn't they?
Yeah.
In the end, it was fun. It was good. Again, it was just two teams that I don't really care that much about. Despite the fact I've got an FDR shirt on now. Don't worry about that. It was on the top of the pile this morning when I had a shower. But yeah, I just don't really 2 out of 3 falls. I just don't care for them as matches. They just feel too long, and especially this. It should be used as a stipulation a bit further down the line. I think
they're amazing matches when the right people are doing them. With the right
this was good.
FTR versus Briscoes, right? Fucking incredible. But you're always going to think of that when FTR are doing a 2 out of 3 falls match. And
you're going, I can't imagine got chains wrapped around their hands, leaping on each other's spines with them. Yeah.
I'm a simple man with simple needs.
Overall, they did the DIY one as well. That's still probably one of the best tag matches in NXT history.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. But FTR win, and then Daniel Garcia comes down with a crowbar. I thought you don't see a lot of crowbars in wrestling anymore. They used to be really popular, and they've just fallen away a bit now. But yeah, again, another two good shows. It's gone strength to strength. I'm going to try and start watching them nearer the show, so I know it's nearer this, so I know more. I can remember more.
That'd be good, but
it don't work.
You get spoilers then,
because everything gets spoiled. So I have to watch it first thing in the morning.
I'm mostly just trying to make sure I have time to watch it before this. So,
that's it as well. Yeah, it's Time is fleeting. Right, come on.
Play Final Fantasy.
Do it. I'll merge the prediction stuff in. So I'm a bit confused. It's a 5-match Backlash card, but there's a lot of other stuff going on that I thought was going to be on it. That's not. Not really going to spend much time on SmackDown's couple of things. I'd rather mention NXT actually. Jordan Grace last night for Julia. It was not a WWE style match. This was a Julia style match.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
There was a point in it when Corey Grave audibly gasped when Julia just gets dropped on her neck.
I've seen that clip. Yes.
Yeah, it's not a wrestling reaction. Wrestling commentator. It's a oh my god,
she's dead.
Yeah,
she's dead. I watched
normal bump in stardom, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's day 2 of training. Gotta strengthen those necks up.
Number 1 contender, so Jordan Grace won. She's facing Stephanie LaCure at Battleground, but yeah, it's 30 minutes of just beating the shit out of each other, dropping them on heads, which was always cool. SmackDown, there was a lot of wrestling, but I just wasn't invested in the stories of SmackDown. Shit, it was really weak. The only interesting thing coming out of it is we've got a US Championship match set up. Jacob Fatu's just going around murdering people and ruining number 1 contenders matches, or Solo's going out and doing that, and then he comes out and clears up. So we've got Fatu, Fatal 4-Way against LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Priest. What was interesting here is, what's his face? What's he called? Nick Aldis set it up as a triple threat and then without Drew. And then Solo was like, why are you giving them a match? That doesn't make sense. Drew won the number 1 contenders last week, which he only won because Solo came out and interfered and all that stuff. And then Aldis was like, oh yeah, shit, you're right. So let's make it a Fatal 4-Way then. So obviously Fatu's like, I don't give a shit, I'm just going to beat everyone up. And Solo is then left alone with Aldis, and he goes, like, what are you trying to do? You're trying to sabotage Jacob and make him lose his title. And Aldis just looks at him and goes, no, that's what you're doing, and walks off, because it's kind of planting the seeds that for a while they've not been fully on board with each other. So I like the smart GM, kind of just, I can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Give him rope to hang himself with.
Yeah, I can't see Fatu losing.
Fatu, because of the murders.
It'll be a good match. Be a really good match. I'm trying to think who he'd pin. Maybe LA Knight, just to kind of close that loop. Being the champion before.
No one gets pinned if the match is stopped because of actual murder.
Yeah, true. Fatu eats LA Knight. From the toes up.
You can go on the long way.
No, because the theory there is that Drew and Priest have still got unfinished business, so they're gonna, and it's just gonna be LA Knight going, "Hello, giant murder man, please don't kill me." And then the next minute, his head's off, spurt, like a Morecambe pigeon.
That's a throwback.
As the old saying goes.
Yeah, that'll be a really good match. The other match that's SmackDownish, I suppose, is the Undisputed Championship. Cena wasn't on this show at all and did a promo, but yeah, they're doing quite well and showing a lot of video packages of their own matches. So, like, here's the first ever match they had.
Yeah,
because
but we all know that Cena's winning this, right? So
Cena,
why are we even?
Cena winning by nefarious means, because this is also in St. Louis, which is where Orton's from. So it's another. He's going to get a massive reaction, obviously.
It piles on the hate, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So
it's just how come out to like Dixieland jazz and just fart into all the trombones.
Number of rappers just keep coming in.
73 rappers come out.
Each have their own entrance music. Each take 5 minutes to come down.
We get Travis Scott. We get Snow. We get Apache Indian. He comes out. Oh, I don't think he wasn't a rapper. We get PJ and Duncan. That counts as one, though. And that's all the rappers I know.
I would fucking love it if PJ and Duncan. Can you imagine?
They're on an old episode. I've been watching the old episodes of Games Master, and they're on one of them.
Are they looking as confused as everyone else is?
I think it's season 5 when Dominic Diamond's back, and he's clearly on the gear and doesn't want to be there. Yeah.
That's SmackDown. Raw.
Cena's winning that. Yeah, sorry. I'll put my notes in.
Yes. Raw was really good. So some matches coming out of Raw, and then do some of the other story threads. Mysterio's defending his championship again. 2 defenses in 3 weeks. Unheard of. He's unhappy. And Roy was like, I knew it was going to be hard being a champion, but I didn't realise it was going to be this hard. Everyone coming at you, and Finn Balor's just staring at him like. Then AJ Styles walks in. He's like, I'm after that. And then AJ was like, him and Finn kind of, they seem to. I don't know if they're going to get them back together because obviously Finn's falling out with a Judgment Day. Yeah.
Are we having another club reunion? Is that what's
happening? I don't know. Finn tweeted a picture of him and AJ playing a PlayStation as well and looking at each other yesterday. So he's hinting at it on social media.
Oh, I thought you meant lovingly.
Yeah, that's what I.
They are looking at each other quite lovingly.
Like
Yes, but he's defending against Penta. It's a Judgment Day, keep going out, costing Penta and stuff like that. So I feel it's too early for him to lose, so it must be.
It's a bit weird to throw Penta under the bus so early,
some cheating.
Yeah, but then again, we did have, the women's tag team titles lost within a day, so it's probably possible.
Oh,
to be fair, that match is a match I'm most looking forward to in the card, so I can.
Yeah, but put a lot of stock in Dom having this, and it has been like it was a decent build up to him getting it, and it felt deserved.
Big reaction.
I mean, I'd be 100% fine if Penta just came out, zero Miero'd him in the face, and then just fucking package pile driving him and walked off. Like while his pyro's still going. I don't give a fuck. I'm not getting paid by the hour, son. Off in his blimp and he's away. Like.
I would love that to be you get 10 points if that's happening.
He comes out and he's like, Ray, keep the engine running. It's not going to take long.
I love the idea that Ray and Penta are like Sky Luchadors who just
the blimp buddies. Yeah.
Are you going Mysterio, Drew?
Yeah. I feel they put enough weight in him having that, and it felt right. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. We'll go on to it. John mentioned it. Probably the match I'm most looking forward to is Lyra Valkyria's defending her Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. How we got there from WrestleMania was poor. We talked about that on the WrestleMania one. It's like you could have got to the same point over a much bigger time period. That would have been better. However, the last 2 weeks, in terms of Lyra properly stepping up on the mic, she's really over with the crowd. The crowd all singing her because she has this like little woo bit in a song, but they'll sing it now without the music. As soon as the music stops, they'll continue. But she's really kind of stepped up to the plate in the promo battles as well. Becky's just kind of going, you're just copying me. On the blueprint, you've kind of laid it. And she was like, you were the first SmackDown Women's Champion. You were the first woman to win a main event of WrestleMania. And she went, you were the first woman to win the IC. And she was like, oh, nope, not me. Becky's trying to claim credit for all that. Becky's
better at promos than Becky Lynch. It's not hard.
Becky's good at promos.
She is.
I know you can't cope with her nasalness.
I can't. To be fair, she could be saying the best thing in the world, the secret of life, and I'm like, breathe through your goddamn mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, she's really good at promos. She's just like the raw review thing where she did the Mercedes Moné $100 comment. She did some good quotes on there because Sam Roberts was like, well, some people are comparing you to Hulk Hogan. She was like, oh yeah, you're comparing to me like the shittest person on earth. She was like, yeah, I actually like put people over and come here, but she went, at the end of that's what led to the Mercedes going. She went, it's not a best friends business. It's it's a business here where you're here to win.
Yeah.
And she mentioned about dropping the title to Lyra in NXT and holding her hand up at the end. And then they were like, well, they had a great year last year, like when you weren't here. She went, oh yeah, a great year for the women's championship, was it? She went, was that when it all revolved around a man with a stupid mustache for a year? And she was like, yeah, was that a good year for the women's championship, do you think? Because the story all revolved around Dom, didn't it, for the best part of the year?
Yeah. Okay.
And then she was like, yeah, and they're asking me to move on. She was like, well, I'm like 37. She went, look at the men's roster. How many young people are there? She went, you got a bunch of old men wrestling. Because a lot of them are in the mid-40s moving on, aren't they? You got a lot of old men there. I don't see people saying, move on, Punk, move on, Rollins. She even named him. But yeah, me. You tell me to move on now?
Well, it's always the double standard of women, isn't it?
Doing that, for fuck's sake.
Which I thought there was an element of truth in that, what she was saying.
Oh no, it's
a good point as well. Really,
yeah,
good point.
It's that double standard that like Hollywood and everything has of women past 30, isn't it? Whereas men, yeah,
exactly.
And
so,
it's
but yeah,
gross and weird, and I just don't care for Becky.
She has.
You don't care for Becky Lynch? What?
I just don't like her. I just nothing about her excites me. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
As a person, she's lovely. As a wrestler, it's just not for me.
Okay,
that's fine.
Fair enough.
She's elevated.
I didn't know this about you.
Add it to the list of wrestlers Joe doesn't care for. It's probably. I'll write one that I do care for. It'd be a shorter list.
So if you compare this to like Charlotte and Tiffany, and Charlotte trying to bury Tiffany, this is like the opposite of that. This is Richard trying to do it, but in reality, she's setting the stage for it.
I know what they're doing. I am happy that Lyra's getting like elevated by it. I just think I'd be way more on board if this was happening a month later.
Exactly. Yeah, I fully agree.
As soon as they lost it day one, I was out. I'm just like, nope, not interested in the storyline.
Automatically just going to get hot shotted back on the Lynch. Like,
I'm just.
So you think Becky's winning?
Yeah, I think Becky's winning.
I mean,
I don't think she is. I think Bayley's going to come and cost her.
Okay, probably. Yeah.
And that's how you transition into that. But the popular opinion online is that Becky will win this, and I've never thought that, to be honest.
Lyra summons the owls.
Yeah.
And they attack.
General birds. Yeah.
Owls, because she's got a whoo in her song.
Woo!
See, that's all the owls. That's how she summons them. I don't know. I'm going Becky because it feels weird for them to give them the belts, drop the belts, just so they could set this up. Like, what was the point otherwise?
I've literally not watched any of it since WrestleMania because
it's just set there
because
Bayley,
I was so out of it.
That's the big one. So unless that one's for the title, I don't think that needs a title.
No, that's a blood thing. But yeah,
you've got history there, haven't you? So
I just feel like that was the plan all along, just to get put a belt on Becky and then have Bayley come for it.
Yeah, this is a one match. I don't know who's going to win. That's probably why I'm most excited for it, and it'll be a great match of the two.
It's the only one on there that isn't going to be.
Yeah, and it's nice to see that title actually being defended.
Classic Backlash. Nothing happens.
Well, it's not classic Backlash because there's no rematches. Normally, it's just WrestleMania matches, so I'll give him credit on that one. As a side note, Io Sky, Roxanne Perez had an absolute banger on Raw. They have strapped the proverbial rocket to Io now. Obviously, she's always been one of the best wrestlers in the world. But yeah, she's and her that thing that she does, she's like pointing at herself. It's getting proper over. It's just people in the crowd doing it.
They just love gestures, don't they?
Yeah.
They do. It's simple and effective. But
to Roxanne Perez and Bayley, did we ever get anything from that?
I don't think it ever finished, did it?
We've just walked away.
Nightmare Family.
That could have been there on your WrestleMania weekend.
Okay, we've just decided we're not doing that.
Well, we did say, didn't we? Like that could have been on the opening, or could have been any. They could have took off.
Yeah, that's what made it should have been.
That weird luchador match with Rey Fenix and your man, and they put something good on instead. Like,
yep.
Yeah,
but no, Nightmare Family did. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? Yeah, so that was a really good match. We talked about this one last week. You'll probably look at it and go, what the fuck?
No,
we were saying it's a weird one. Gunther and Pat McAfee is, we said on the face of it, if you're not watching, you're like, that shit. But talked last week, actually in the storyline, and him attacking a 60-year-old Michael Cole and knowing the real relationship between Pat McAfee and him, he's going to get murdered. But he's like, you can't touch a commentator. That's my best friend. That's the guy who's been the voice of this for 28 years. And if I let that happen, then what kind of person am I? And if it was a random wrestler from the back doing it, it wouldn't actually make any storyline sense. So I get it. and removing my not liking Pat McAfee blinkers, he's cut very good promos in the lead up to this, including this week. He talked about him and Gunther like both growing up with the same dream. They both wanted to do this. He said, but like Gunther, you've just become complacent because 80% of your time here, you've been a champion. He said and it's cost you against Sami Zayn, it's cost you against Jey Uso. You underestimate people, and this is just a job to you now. Whereas I come in here hyped every week and so excited and appreciate what I'm here to do. It lit the fire under Gunther. He said something like, "Only the grace of God is going to remove my hands from around your throat."
Okay.
Gunther is saying that. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty terrified now. So I can't see anything but a Gunther win unless the horrible thing happens of Bill Goldberg coming and taking out Gunther.
Oh God, is that a possibility?
I don't know. People have mentioned it, and Sean Ross was asked it on the Raw review stream, and he was like, "No, I've not heard anything on that." He was like, "Please don't do that." It's just I think someone on the internet mentioned it because of that interaction last year. But I think it's going to be a straight up murder. Maybe one little hope spot or something from McAfee, but
yeah, okay,
he'll get murdered. But the actual story and the build has been very, very good. But if you look at it on paper and you're not watching the show, you go, what the fuck's that? But it's actually very good. So I will defend that one. That's the card. So the other things I thought were going to be on it, which I wasn't looking forward to, was Jey Uso versus Logan Paul, because that's what they've been feuding. So Jey started Raw, and he basically called out Logan Paul. He's like, I know you're here. Get your ass out here. And what I wasn't expecting was Paul Heyman to come out. And I was like, oh, well, this is interesting, because obviously their history. And Jey Uso just basically says to Paul Heyman, like, oh, how dare you do what you did to Roman like at Mania? And Paul Heyman cuts probably one of the best promos, definitely in WWE, but some people are saying that he's ever done. It's absolutely fucking brilliant. He absolutely crashes out. His fake tan is popping off his skin. He's just straight away he says to Jey, like, who are you to tell me off for turning on Roman? You did that, first of all. And then he says, he takes credit for the bloodline. He said, I picked up a stray dog in the middle of an island of irrelevancy, because he was the big dog, wasn't he? And he hates that reference. And he went, and I turned it into everything. I'm the catalyst for everything Roman did. But he lost the championship because he could not get over Seth Rollins. He took his eyes off Cody, and he lost that championship at WrestleMania 40, which again kind of plays into him then being with Seth now. He then obviously talks about the stuff that we've already talked about. Punk, he said, best friends put me in a situation that was impossible. At the same time, Roman couldn't accept that I was going to just do what I wanted to do. The dream of Punk and me was that I walked him down. He thought I was going to sell all the secrets. That is not what I was going to do. I just wanted to walk him down, and that's what I did. And he put hands on me. He wasn't there for me. He let me get beaten up. He never answered his phone, and everything he was saying was right. Anyway, I always get blamed for turning on people, but he's like, God damn it, I am right this time. And Jey Uso's just staring at him. He's got kind of no words. And then Heyman's like, speaking of which, the title holds power. And he went, you're not ready for the power that comes with being a world champion. And Seth wants it. Seth's beat Punk. He's beat Roman. He should be next in line. And Jey ends up going, let's fight. Let's do it tonight, which I wasn't expecting because it wasn't an announced match. And normally I thought, they're going to go, we'll do this in Backlash. And I think it always kills a crowd that, when you're like, oh, yes, we'll fight. And everyone goes, yay. Then you go, in 3 weeks' time at this pay-per-view. It was shitty to the fans in attendance. And I think that's what the fans expected. So, there was a huge Raw when they announced it for them. And then what I liked was he went back and he saw Seth and he was like, he fell for the bait. Seth was like, of course he did. And I like that nuance because Roman never looked like he called the shot. It was always Heyman who was the one dictating and pulling the strings, wasn't it? And Roman just sat there. I really like this kind of juxtaposition, really, that Seth is the architect, isn't he? He sent Heyman out to do a job, and Heyman didn't think it was going to happen. So he's come back. He's gone, no, you were right. He's done it. Seth's like, of course he did. And I like that subtle difference between what Roman is in relation to Heyman and what Seth is. Seth's got he's more clever, isn't he, than Roman ever was. So we get to that match in the main event. It was like a Attitude Era crazy nonsense match. It did two things. One, fuck off people who say Jey Uso can't wrestle again. Superb match with only one super kick. Halfway through, I was like, oh, he does the spear, doesn't he? Can we get that spot? Probably the best reverse into a spear reverse into a pedigree that I've seen. It was so clean. And it also cements Seth Rollins is one of the best wrestlers on the planet, because not many people have also got that out of Jey.
Yeah.
Like the storytelling, the action, like Seth's head got properly busted open. He was gushing blood out the back of his head after going over the announce table. But yeah, the whole match was. I bit about 3 times on there was a point when I was like, "Fucking hell, like Seth's winning this title here." And then it just went batshit in the last few minutes. So he had Breaker out there throughout. He hit the stomp after a series of moves, and Jey kicked out of it. I was like, no, I actually didn't expect that at that point where the match was. Seth's losing his mind, and he's talking to Breaker because he was trying to get him to distract the ref or whatever. And then Sami Zayn's music hits after what they did to Sami Zayn last week. He's coming out, he's fully bandaged up because of all the spears he took. And then Sami ends up getting Jey back into the match. Jey hits Uso splash, she hits the spear, and I'm like, shit, right, he's won. And then Seth kicks out of that, and I was like, okay, I bit there. And then Sami gets speared the hell out of again by Braun Breaker, who then spears Jey Uso when the ref's distracted. And I was like, shit, Seth's winning now. So he hits his moves, and then as he's about to do the pin, Punk's music's hit because they took him out 2 weeks ago with Roman, and he comes out with the chair, like WrestleMania, and he just starts wielding it and takes out Braun, disqualifies Seth. But the match itself was superb. Theodore was watching it, he was going, fucking hell. Well, not fucking hell. He was like, this is like WrestleMania. He was like, this is like a WrestleMania match. It was like Theodore's take on watching it. It was really, really good. And obviously, the optics at the end is you've got Sami, Jey, Punk together in the ring, and then Braun and Seth, which makes you go, and numbers don't add up. So is there going to be another person to add to this group? Because Heyman did say to Jey, we've only just started. This is only the first phase of what we're about to do.
Okay.
So let's see who it is. So I don't know. And then as it went off air, Logan Paul appeared through the crowd and attacked Jey Uso. So I don't know if that match is going to be added to the card. I don't know if there's going to be some sort of tag match, Punk and one of Sami and Jey versus Braun and Seth. But even if there's not, the story's then going forward, isn't there? But yeah, it was really, really good. Really, really good main event. And people actually starting to put respect and flowers on Seth's name for how good a professional wrestler he is. So yeah, cool. We've done all the Backlash card. I just wanted to end with that because that's the best thing that's going on. That's it.
Yeah, cool. I got nothing else.
No indies. No. Oh, is this your month of no shows? Did you say?
Yeah, it was OTP this weekend, but they've had to postpone it due to reasons. I don't know. But I couldn't go anyway because I'm at something else. So in a way, it's kind of good for me, not for other people, and not to be selfish. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I got BTW the Friday we come back from Scotland.
Ooh.
Which I don't know. I asked Barney what time she come back. She said when I'm sober enough to drive. So I might buy a ticket, send it to my brother, and I'll be like, if I'm there, I'm there. If I'm not, I'm not.
What time does it start? It's an evening thing, isn't it?
Nah, it's an afternoon thing. I think it's 6:30-ish. It's over by like 9:30.
What's the drive? It's about 3 hours, isn't it? I don't know.
3.5.
Oh, I meant from here to Bolton. I was like, which way are you going? Yeah. No, it should be fine. I think like the Airbnbs normally kick out at like 11, don't they? Anyway, so
yeah, check out's 11. But it's
yeah, so
if there's anything on the itinerary for that day,
the best not be, because I'm tired of that itinerary. Yeah, so. Yeah, Sky Days Public Station. Yeah, that's. So I got nothing on.
I know the Friday itinerary: packing up and going home,
and then wrestling for me, possibly.
Yeah, so I imagine we'll.
No, because I was going to say if you want, I can take Theodore, but I think he'll probably be tired.
Yeah,
I think because it's 10:30, minute. I think our Darren's taking his lad, so we thought he might want to come as well because he seemed to enjoy that one that was in the weird wedding venue.
Yeah. He probably would go, to be honest.
Well, we'll see. We'll deal with that. I don't think it's.
We'll move on.
We've got a rumble on.
Yeah, this is just us planning the whole day now.
Thank you
also,
for listening.
For my tea tomorrow.
I had soup for lunch.
Of course you did. You're a maverick. Right then. Bye.
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 Fuck you. I'm not doing this to make money.